Let's begin by queering up South Florida and Florida. The National LGBTQ Task Force Gala celebrates the resilience of our community. You're invited to the premier annual celebration of South Florida's LGBTQ plus community known as the National LGBTQ Task Force Gala. This 27th gala, celebrating 50 years of the National LGBTQ Task Force, will take place in Miami Beach on October 14, starting at 6:30 p.m. The theme for this year's gala is Forever Strong, Unapologetically Queer. Music to my ears. The 2023 gala will feature iconic performer Latrice Royale and award-winning actor, singer, filmmaker, writer, and dancer Dylan Burnside as MCs of the event. The National LGBTQ Task Force Gala will honor LGBTQ plus heroes and support the work of advancing equality for all LGBTQ plus people and their families. The attendees will experience the spectacular evening featuring a red carpet entrance, cocktail reception, an expansive high-end silent auction, a formal dinner, live entertainment, and an awards ceremony over dessert. And then the Afterglow after party hosted by Athena Dion with music by DJ and producer Hector Fonseca. The funds raised for this year's gala will fuel the organization's work to advance the rights and security of LGBTQ plus people across the country, including the Task Force Queer the Vote campaign, which seeks to get progressive-minded voters to the polls in 2024. A significant portion of the proceeds will be donated to the South Florida community through the LGBTQ plus Equity Fund. Tickets and more information can be found at thetaskforcegala.org. I've been a number of years. It's a very important date on the calendar for LGBT in Miami Beach, but really for all of South Florida. The task force is a flagship of our advocacy organizations in the United States, but certainly here in South Florida. It's a fun event, but more importantly, it's an important event because in all of the wining and dining that we do at the event, it really makes critical contributions to our political advocacy. And I don't know, I just remind all of you, 2024 is pretty important to us. And the National Task Force is really one of the organizations front and center in our fight for equality in the community. And it helps so many of our nonprofit organizations here in South Florida.
Yeah, I think it's so critical, this event, because it does raise money for a lot of organizations here in South Florida. It has that equity fund. It's had it for about 2 years now. So many different organizations in Miami-Dade County area benefits from that fund. Those funds go to support critical programming for so many great organizations, including Pride Lines, including SAVE, and other organizations that are really doing some critical work in our community, especially given the political climate that we're faced here. So this is a great event, great stars, great people that it's hosting and supporting and honoring. So I definitely want to be there. So it looks like a great event.
You know, our good friend of the show, frequent panelist, Jeff Oliverio, is the co-chair of the event this year. And he was also the co-chair last year. And I was talking to him about what's sort of changed. Well, you know, because he's been able to see it, you know, from his perspective for 2 years now. And he said it's the rapidly changing political landscape and rapidly deteriorating political landscape for LGBTQ+. And the situation has probably not felt this urgent since Anita Bryant brought her rhetoric to Miami-Dade in the 1970s. It's, yeah, pie girl. But no, it is very important that we support this, and you should really read more of my interview with Jeff. It's going to be in this week's Out South Florida.
I also want to say this event is important, but it's also going to be very glamorous. So you definitely want to go. Athena's going to be a part of it. She just finished her residency in Greece.
Yeah,
which is
Mykonos.
Oh my God!
I'm getting ready to go.
Girl, you are?
I am.
Oh, that's right. We're going. I forgot. And then after that, the Afterglow party, which is also going to be produced by my friends House of Trouble, Jorge and Hector. Love you guys. It's going to be like the who's who. Make sure you wear gold. Make sure you look sexy and cute, and also bring money. Drinks are included, so like spend your money on everything else. Yeah, we need it.
That's exactly right. And let's give a shout out. I think that there is there's an while she's while she's recognized for many, many great things, advocacy of hosting an event like this, Latrice Royale is not. You don't first and foremost think, of that connection. I love it because in her advocacy and her great accomplishments as a queen, a RuPaul Drag Race participant, she's going to come hosting that event, and she's going to make it very clear that she's as relevant today as she was in that season, and she's going to prove how large and in charge.
Yeah, bold and beautiful.
Exactly. I can't wait.